dangerous challenges, lighting fireworks indoors, and driving his Lambo at 150 miles an hour. IShowSpeed is one of the most watched streamers of all time, but at what cost? Speed has risked his life for views more than once, and each time he does, it's more dangerous than the last. So is he doing all of this for views and money, or does he have a psychological need for thrill? All of this and more on today's episode of The Shawnee Show. Imagine this, you're a teenager streaming Fortnite to 0 viewers, and within a year, you're one of the most watched humans on Earth. This is the reality for the 19-year-old. It's not like he was particularly great at games or conventionally funny, but he had an extraordinary talent for breaking the sound barrier as he raged at NBA 2K. Then, before you know it, he was traveling the world on a quest to meet his idol Ronaldo, collaborating with the biggest creators, and streaming to hundreds of thousands of live viewers. Yet after all this success, he still feels the need to risk his life for views. This is Speed attempting the vacuum trash bag challenge. Essentially, you put yourself into a trash bag and, well, vacuum yourself. You can pretty safely assume that someone wouldn't be tempted to do this if it wasn't for the intention to posting it on social media, or at the very least wouldn't do it sober. But if there's anyone who would, it's Speed. I mean, why would someone who already had a music video with over 200 million views and making over $10,000 a day feel the need to vacuum themselves? Well, I think I found the reason. It all started back in September 2022. Speed was uploading videos like IShowSpeed goes on Tinder or Speed installs the most dangerous computer virus. And the craziest part is these videos are not highly curated, high production value videos that he's making specifically for YouTube. No, he's just taking clips from his stream. Although the single-digit million views weren't enough for Speed, he had come from nothing, so why quit when you're ahead? That's when he stopped the YouTube wheels from turning with his IShowSpeed tries the Kali lip challenge. This video goes on to get more than 20 million views. The man put a suction cup on his lips for 15 minutes, and his reaction? I mean, honestly, I think it deserves 100 million views. That video, believe it or not, made Speed $100,000. That meant we were going to see a whole new genre from Speed. But Speed is smart, and he knew that in order to get those same kinds of views again, he had to take it to the next level. That's when he gave himself a nose piercing. Now, WebMD says never do it yourself or let a friend do it for you. So that was enough to convince Speed to do it. Now, maybe Speed thought incorporating some more pain into the challenge would attract more viewers. And compared to his normal gaming videos, it was still really good, 5 million views, but nowhere near the 20 million that he got for the Kali lip challenge. If easy views were everything to Speed, he would just have his team clip gaming moments from his stream and millions of views would come in. But Speed is much more calculated than people think. He knows that viewers will eventually get tired of that. He also knows that fans came to him for the barking, the twerking, and the yelling, and everything else that Speed has to offer. They didn't come for his impeccable skill in Fall Guys.
Let's go, I won. Oh! Yeah!
Speed, like anyone else, has seen gaming creators time and time again fall off because people just get tired of watching them play games. But Speed wasn't going to let that happen to him. It would seem almost like Speed was becoming a challenge YouTuber until all of a sudden in late 2022, something happened and I don't think anyone noticed. On October 21st, 2022, Speed had a very close call when he attempted the Sprite and Banana Challenge. If you didn't know, this is when a person decides it's a good idea to ingest 2 bananas as fast as possible, then proceed to drink an entire bottle of Sprite. Now, who do you think that interested? Pay close attention to how Speed does this challenge because it's a work of art. It's done in a way that honestly no one had ever done it before. Speed has something that pretty much every other YouTuber and TikToker doesn't have, which is a live chat with about 100,000 people supporting him through this challenge. And boy, does he use it. Throughout the challenge, Speed is always asking a question to the chat, keeping his audience as engaged as possible, yet people still criticize Speed for being dumb. Everyone else doing the challenge just eats the bananas, drinks the Sprite, and waits for their reaction, but not Speed. He does this while he waits.
Give it time, bro. I'm still moving like a man, bro. Ain't nothing happening, bro. What the fuck you want me to do, bro? I'm just like, damn.
Then as the reaction comes, he doesn't just run away or fake yell. He exaggerates even more and makes it look like he's about to pass out. Every aspect of Speed's psychology throughout this entire challenge is to make it look like he's not afraid at all of it, and then followed by the irony of it destroying him. After ingesting more bananas and Sprite than the challenge recommends, Speed eventually called 911 claiming that something was wrong with his digestive system. Speed eventually vomits like everybody else, and the difference is that we don't see another challenge from Speed for another 4 months, meaning that somebody close to Speed told him that if you keep doing these challenges, the next challenge you put on YouTube is going to be your funeral. It's either that or Speed wanted to live long enough to see himself turn 20. Honestly, either way, he just stopped completely. Now, if we look at Speed's stats right at October 2022, we see there's virtually no slowdown in his views after he quit doing the challenges. Now, if I'm Speed and I can get the same amount of views not risking my life, then I'm definitely going to go with that option. However, I'm not Speed, so in January of 2023, Speed picked up right where he left off and chose to eat the world's hottest nut. Now, this is absolutely insane, not because of the challenge itself, but for the very fact that a month prior to him doing this challenge, he was streaming to 300,000 people while watching the World Cup. Not showing the World Cup, but just his reaction to the World Cup. So the man's influence was completely unmatched at the time. It's not like he was eating the world's hottest nut for publicity. But Speed is always looking for ways to one-up himself, and in the process doesn't seem to let fame get to his head, at least not yet. If it really had got to his head, Speed would have become much less calculated, more egotistical, and would have chosen easier challenges, but no part of these challenges are easy. Okay, so back to the hottest nut challenge. It's not like Speed has a default reaction to something being spicy. Most people would breathe really loudly or ask for some milk. Instead, Speed is doing whatever this is and then twerking while eating the world's hottest chip. That's why people don't get tired of Speed. He's like a character in a video game, but instead of having 3 or 4 different spells, he has 30. You don't know if you're gonna get barking Speed, twerking Speed, or receive a complex and completely wrong explanation for how the universe was created.
That's the reason why back in Albert Einstein, back in 1863, when Bill Nye the Science Guy, when he landed on Earth,
Speed decided to take another break from life-threatening challenges. This time 6 months would go by before he would do another one. It wasn't until the McDonald's Grimace Shake challenge took TikTok by storm, and Speed just couldn't sit on the sidelines for this. So McDonald's releases this purple drink, and influencers saw it as an opportunity and guys thought it would be funny that if when they drank it, that they would pretend that they were dying. This was like the Olympics for Speed, and he was no way he was not gonna participate, so he went in to go represent the United States. This is Speed attempting the McDonald's Grimace Shake challenge, and he handles it by jumping on his keyboard. The beauty of Speed doing this challenge is like, unlike anyone else, you can tell there's no difference between him doing actual life-threatening challenges and one that is a complete meme. Speed eventually calls the police during this challenge, but with how the officer responded, it's sufficient enough to say that even this part could have been staged.
911, how can I help?
this shake is doing some shit to me, bro. I feel like I'm about to fucking die.
What did you drink?
This McDonald's shake feel like I'm about to die. Why the fuck am I sweating like I'm sweating?
This drink is not meant for human consumption. If you keep drinking it, you're gonna die.
But staging that video or not, that video would go on to be the best performing video on Speed's second channel. Then Speed was done slowing down and lit the biggest fireworks in Ohio and just starts jumping over the fireworks. Every time Speed finds a new way to make these challenges entertaining to a point where you know he must enjoy the process. He's like Steve Jobs with Apple, and I can say that with a straight face because Steve Jobs had all the money he ever wanted, but he just kept on working on Apple. Speed also has all the money he's ever wanted, but you know what? He's just gonna keep doing this stuff because he clearly enjoys it. I mean, that's my opinion. This is Speed shooting the fireworks out of his, you know what, you don't do this because you want a third house. You do it because it's your calling. He even goes on to recreate the viral fireworks in side clips, so at first glance, it would seem like he was fully back onto these challenges again. But then another 6 months pass by, and with the exception of a few harmless challenges, he continues doing his normal content. Then, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to see it, Speed catches wind of the corn on the drill challenge, a returning trend on TikTok. You see, you can even see Jason Derulo doing this challenge. I think Speed sees people doing these challenges and thinks to himself, I can do that and make it 10 times funnier, and he always does. And before Speed does this challenge, basically what you do is you put corn on a power drill and then eat the corn while the drill is going. I mean, a lot of people say that when folks do this that it's fake, but then you see pictures and videos that very clearly show that it's not fake. So you can see Speed doing it and then decide for yourself whether or not he faked it. But it wasn't until Speed did this that I felt like it was finally time to make this video. It wasn't until this moment that I thought for the first time that Speed actually might be letting fame get to his head. I've studied Speed for over a year now, and Speed is always looking for ways to make himself look more and more reckless. Now, that's all fine if you're in an enclosed space or you have security, but when you're on the road, and in this case, I see a story of him driving his Lambo in a drag race at 150 miles an hour, there's nobody but Speed to protect him in that situation. Even just watching his stream, I noticed that he's texting in the Lambo and feeling like he needs to go faster than the sports cars driving next to him.
1, 2, bitch, fuck you mean?
Speed is without a doubt an exceptional actor, and a lot of these challenges he's done you can write off as just that, acting. However, there's nothing remotely fake about driving a Lambo at 150 miles an hour. That's something that kills people every day. I think Speed is hyper-fixated about not falling off or growing, however you want to call it, and it's because of that fixation that we get such good content from Speed. If he was just happy with what he had, he would be fine with just uploading gaming clips, and that's all we would get from Speed. But instead, we get incredible content every single day. Speed has lived purely in the service to his fans. He's not gonna fall into the trap of becoming a react streamer like Hassan and losing what people fell in love with him for in the first place. Harry Styles once said that the reason famous artists do these dangerous things is that you try to match the feeling of what it's like to have thousands of people chant your name as you do what you love. It's likely nothing will match the thrill Speed must have felt gaining millions of subscribers a month and meeting Ronaldo. However, Speed, the fans notice your unrelenting devotion to content, but please stay safe out there, and if not for you, for us.